of you know what's up with this palette. Most of you are sleeping on it. This is the Kokie Arabian Nights eyeshadow palette, and it is insane that it's not getting the attention that I think it deserves here on YouTube because the quality is insane. Kokie is a relatively smaller brand. They're available on their website, at Walmart, and some Sally Beauty locations. I used it in the first video of 2020 where we had a great first impression, and since then I've been getting a flood of DMs and comments asking me to use it again. If you're new here, hi, my name is Miranda. Welcome to my channel where we talk all things budget beauty. If that sounds interesting to you, then become the newest member of the Slashed Squad by hitting subscribe and the bell icon. So today I'm gonna play around with this palette. I'll tell you why I love it and why it's such a hidden gem at the drugstore. Let's get into it. All right, so while I prime my eyes, I'm going to flash up some swatches on the screen of the entire palette. As you can see, we have an amazing balance between neutral shades, bold shades, shimmer shades, and matte shades. It is such a well-rounded palette. It's really just a home run, but because Kokie is on the smaller side still, it's just nobody is talking about it. So in my last video using this palette, I did use a lot of the colorful shades versus the neutrals. I think I'm gonna go that route again because I don't think you need me to tell you how to use gorgeous warm neutral shades. Not really going into this with a plan, but I'm gonna start out with the shade Dreamy, which is a light matte lavender that we did not get to use last time. And that's going to be our transition shade. The thing that I noticed last time about these shades is across the board, they all apply on the skin exactly how they look in the pan, just as vibrant or soft, and even as you blend them out, they don't lose the color payoff. And that's why I think they perform on par with high-end shadows, because that's definitely a struggle with a lot of bolder shades at the drugstore, is once you start actually trying to play with them versus just swatch them, they don't really maintain their look. All right, while I'm up here, I'm gonna dip into Sand, which is on the neutral side, and use that as my brow bone highlight. Okay, I'm gonna go into Royalty, which is this deep burgundy. And that's gonna go right into my crease. Okay, so I'm putting Goddess just between the transition shade and that crease shade that we just put down. This has a slight shimmer to it, so it kind of gives it a glowy vibe. And I guess we're on the purple train today. Like I said, I went into this with no plan. But that's another kind of highlight of this palette, is that you can really just start dipping into it and all the shades work so well with each other. Like, there's zero muddiness. You can actually see each shade distinctively even as you blend them all together. So I'm just going back in with that lavender to blend out the edges. In my last video using this palette, I said that they reminded me a little bit of Too Faced shadow formula. And the reason I say that is because across the board, my experience with Too Faced shadows is that they just work for you. They look how they look in the pan. They do what you want them to do. They're just easy and beautiful. And that's how I feel about this palette. They just work how they're supposed to work and look good doing it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in and deepen up that outer corner with the burgundy shade once more. I'm also gonna go ahead and put that Goddess shade on the lower lash line. Oh, beautiful. Now I think from here I want to do something a little unexpected and add some green into the look. Let's see how this goes. I am a little nervous, but none of these shades have let me down so far. I'm gonna go into Emerald, which I have not used before in any look. Here goes nothing. Wow. It's crazy to me that, you know, I have a lot going on the lid already, and it's not necessarily a clean lid, yet when I pack on a completely different shade on top of what I've got going on, it still translates how it looks in the palette. I think to blend this green into the outer corner shade, I'm gonna use Genie, which is a shimmery blue. We used this before. I'm going into Fairy Tale, which is a light teal that's super shimmery. I'm gonna be putting that towards the inner corner of my lid, but not in my tear duct. Just right there. Okay, let's highlight. I'm gonna go back into sand, which is what we put on our brow bone, and tap that in the inner corner tear duct area. And we are done with the shadow. This is what I mean about the shadow being awesome, because we have like 6 different colors on the eyes right now, and it didn't take forever to get them all to mesh and be cohesive. This is one of those palettes that you can really go into without having a plan, like me, and it's probably gonna end up looking great no matter what shades you choose to use. All right, let's finish up this eye look, shall we? Just going in and tight lining with my Essence Extreme Last pencil. And add in a few coats of mascara. Today I am using the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. Now y'all know I'm not an advocate for expensive mascara. It is just not worth it. Out of all the things you can splurge on, don't make it mascara. But this mascara is almost always part of the Ulta Beauty 21 Days of Beauty sale, where it ranges from like $7 to $9, and for that it's totally worth it because it is a great product. They usually do a 21 Days of Beauty in the fall and in the springtime, so it'll probably be coming up either March or April. And y'all know I will do a recommendations video for that as it approaches. All right, let me serve you some finished look vibes, especially with the new hair. Yeah, I just realized that this is the YouTube debut of my hair, but I've been wearing it all week. Arabian Nights Palette by Kokie, $13.99. Just found out that it is online at Sally Beauty. I will leave that link below. Something else that I just kind of realized is that for these shadows, being so blendable and pigmented, you really don't get any kick up in the palette itself, so you don't have to worry about the shades mixing in with each other. And I only experienced fallout with Genie, which is this blue shade here, and it was incredibly minimal, really easy to brush off, but everything else just packed on really neatly. I just have nothing bad to say about this palette. Maybe I wish there was a mirror inside, because I can definitely see myself traveling with this for both neutral everyday options as well as colorful options. Now I'm more inspired to explore the Kokie brand. Let me know if you have tried any of their products and what I should try next from them down below. Today's shout out goes to Lydia. Thanks for being a member of the Slashed Squad. And if you want to see my original video using this palette from January, join me over here. I also check out a bunch of new makeup for 2020. I'll see you over there. Bye.